Hey, what's up, you guys? Coming to you live from my parents' house. That's why I have the sun in my face and I look like an angel. Okay, please pay attention because this is your screencast Zoom video of the week. I will be going over everything we need to do for this week and then doing a little mini lesson. You guys know the subjunctive so well that it won't really be much of a lesson. It'll just be kind of like a review of last week's content and then this week's new content. So here we go. So your Zoom link, obviously right here, you guys are already on this new announcement. So the format of the class is changing a bit. So this is how this week and this next week will look. I hope you guys have read this. If you haven't, please go read it after this Zoom. So basically, I'll give you a little rundown. So I'm not talking for 5 minutes about this. Monday, we'll have the class Zoom with the 10 to 12 minute video, which is what you're watching right now. You can read the description here. Mics are muted until it's question time. So if your mic's not mute it right now so we don't hear like you're chewing or crinkling and stuff like that. Once this video is over, I expect you guys to ask your questions in Spanish, or at least try to. And if you're stuck, just go for it in English. But let's try and speak in Spanish. I think that's the best thing for us right now, especially if you're planning on being Spanish 3 next year. We need to get used to our questions and most of our conversations being in Spanish. I'll help you out. Then Tuesday, work on this assignment number 1 and the warm-ups there for Monday. So I'll change this. I want you to do assignment number 1 on Tuesday, then assignment number 2 on Thursday. Wednesday's class will be Zoom again, except this time the screencast will be a little different. So another video will be shown. It'll give more specific details to Monday's lesson because I'm going to sort of overview this and not give specific details so that there's content on Wednesday as well. I want the videos to be different. So this first video is like a review of the whole week, and then the second video is more like specific grammar content details. So after that video, you guys can ask more questions. Then go do your Wednesday warm-up. The next day, I want you to work on assignment number 2, so Thursday. That'd be awesome. And then Friday's your optional Zoom time. So this is where you can come hang out for a few minutes, ask me any questions about all the content so you can get your last-minute assignments done. Share a funny Spanish meme. And I'll be on Zoom for our entire class time, so pop in whenever you need to. There's obviously no homework given on weekends. All assignments, no matter what, are due by 3 p.m. on Friday. I want you guys doing them like Tuesday, assignment number 1, Thursday, assignment number 2, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, doing your warm-ups. But obviously, things happen. So get it all in by Friday at 3 p.m. Here's our class schedule. You guys know this. Here's the vocab. I still have it attached because there are some warm-ups that require the vocab to be used, and I always want you guys looking at it. So I still have the vocab downloads here. Here are your week 3 assignments. So you have your 3 warm-ups. Monday's warm-up is attached below. This is just a inténtalo from the textbook. So it's just like 16 really quick conjugation questions. Wednesday, you're going to be writing 5 original sentences using the expressions of doubt plus the subjunctive. So expressions of doubt are what we're going to be going over today. That's like, yo dudo que, I doubt that, subjunctive. Boom. Then write 3 original expressions using expressions of certainty with the regular preterite or regular present tense. So this is like, you're going to see it's the opposite of doubting something. So like when you're certain or sure of something, then use regular present tense. We've gone over this. This is 8 sentences total. You upload them in your Spanish folder. Friday, watch this really cool video about the coronavirus and air quality, and then it's in English, so you're welcome. Write 5 sentences in the subjunctive while using 5 vocab words from the chapter. So you're going to be using 5 vocab words with 5 sentences. 1 vocab word a sentence is fine. You can use any form of the subjunctive, so not just expressions of doubt. So like my example is, es terrible que el aire sea contaminado. So it's my example with the subjunctive and with a vocab word. 2 vocab words, actually. El aire. Haha. Your second homework or assignment of the week. So you have your warm-ups. Your second assignment is SpanishDictionary.com. It's a great quiz with what are they called? The expressions of doubt. Excuse me. You have a great quiz with the expressions of doubt. It's 40 questions. You guys have done this before. You're going to go on to that. You're going to take the quiz and then upload that screenshot of the score to your folder. Please actually do it. That would be awesome. It'll take you 5 minutes at most. Activity number 2, well, maybe it'll take you longer. Activity number 2 is download below. It's a worksheet type activity. It's just a review of the subjunctive expressions of doubt again. So this week we are doing a lot of doubting. And then the Spanish Dictionary app assignment. This is really easy. 3 original sentences using a different Spanish word of the day for 3 different days. So check the app, check a Spanish word of the Spanish word of the day. Use any verb, tense, or vocabulary. It doesn't matter as long as the sentence makes sense and you don't use Google Translate. I will know if you use Google Translate because it throws in some crazy conjugations and stuff. Not cool. Do not use Google Translate. All right, moving on to today's lesson. So we're going to do a quick review of what we've just been working with. So the subjunctive with verbs of emotion. This is the stuff we did in the last week of school before the world changed. And you guys did activities 1 and 2 with the sub. So these were the expressions. You just did stuff with like molestar, esperar, es una lástima, es ridículo. So there are these expressions in the subjunctive that have to do with how you personally are feeling about stuff. So like, for example, me molesta, it bothers me. It really bothers me que la gente no recicle el plástico. So you have a verb like reciclar, AR verb, in the subjunctive. You know that these AR verbs have E endings. So me molesta que la gente no recicle el plástico. In the third person, that E ending. Es triste que tengamos, that tener verb is conjugated with that G and A, not the O, not yo tengo, but es triste que tengamos with that A ending now. Boom. Okay. You guys maybe remember this assignment. This was like what you did with the sub. So these 2 assignments, activities you did with the sub on top. It was after the how bad are you for the environment little checklist. Do you guys remember that? So like, for example, which one is about the environment? Number 6, es triste que en tantos países los recursos naturales blank en peligro. So it's sad that in lots of countries, natural resources are in danger. What's the verb to be or are in the subjunctive? Están. Good if you're thinking that. Nice. Okay, number 6, estén en peligro, that they are in danger. Boom, bop, bada bing. And then you guys, these are transforming these basic sentences that aren't conjugated or anything, and you conjugate it into the subjunctive. You guys did this. I remember checking it off. So it's just a review of last week and the week before. Subjunctive with verbs of emotion. Yeah, so what are we doing this week? 4.2. We are moving on with the chapter 4. Hopefully we can finish it by the time April is over. That's my goal. We'll get through it because we already did the weirdo stuff. We already have worked with all of these. So you guys have the benefit of being a little bit ahead. We worked with all those, so we're already ahead and killing it. What we're working with this week is the D in weirdo, which stands for doubt. Right here. Verbs of expression and doubt, of uncertainty. So to dudar, to doubt. No creer, to not believe. No estar seguro, to not be sure. Es dudoso, it's doubtful. No es cierto. And then negar is probably the weirdest one. Negar is to deny. Negar is to deny. So we're going to be using that one. Remember, the subjunctive is always used in a subordinate clause when there is a change of subject, and the expression in the main clause implies negativity or uncertainty. So this is a reminder that they put in the first section as well. It's kind of a more complicated conversation about grammar, and I don't want to confuse you guys more by having a little mini lesson on main clauses and subordinate clauses, because even in English, I feel like a lot of students are like, wait, what? So you see this main clause, the main idea of the subject of the person, Marta espera, so she has that verb, que, so this is the subjunctive phrase, yo vaya al lago este fin de semana. So the subject changed from the main clause to the subordinate clause. So Marta hopes that, and then the subject changes to me, to yo. So that's just what they're trying to point out there. They're trying to highlight. So for example, here's a good example that I came up with. No es verdad que mi hermano, so it's not true that my brother, look, boom, the subject changed to my brother, haga nada todos los días. He does nothing all the days, every day. Every day. No, it's not true that my brother does nothing. Then dudo que tú sepas la verdad. So dudo que, so I doubt that you know the truth. So sepas is a subjunctive form of to know. So here are the lists of common expressions of doubt, disbelief, or denial. So you have your expressions right here. I posted this as well on your activity number 2, so the assignment you're doing on Thursday. But you can check back to this video that will be posted on my school app. under our tile for this week. So you'll have this video and you'll have these lists. So here's just, I could read through it and then just would take forever. Here are some examples of that. So you guys know, you've seen this because we had quizzes and a test on the chapter 3 subjunctive, and I included this in there. You guys did fine on it. So words like dudar are very popular, very common in the Spanish language. So I doubt that. Dudo que el gobierno resuelva el problema. I doubt that the government will solve the problem. Okay? So these are all doubts. They're disbeliefs or denial. So it's no es verdad. It's not true. Que mi hermano estudie ecología. It is not true that my brother studies ecology. Wow, what is your brother studying? Example sentence, person. I don't know. No es seguro. It is not certain. Es improbable. It's improbable. No es cierto. Okay, you're probably thinking, well, what do we do? Well, maybe you're not thinking this. If you are thinking, what do you do with the opposite of these? So to be sure of something, for something to be true, es cierto. What? We have that list too. What is the opposite, the certainty? And what do we use? Do we use the subjunctive? Here we go. Expressions of certainty, to not doubt something. You guys remember this from the weirdo sheet. If you're thinking right now, wait, I don't know if I've ever seen this. You guys remember this from the weirdo sheet. You got it right here. These are not causes of subjunctive. They're certainty phrases. So, no dudar, es cierto. You guys have seen this before. This is just a little focus in, a little recap of what we already know, except we're being more specific now, and we're going to use this in specific examples. So here are your examples if you're thinking, well, I don't know what this looks like in a sentence. So, es verdad que Colombia es un país bonito. My brother's from Colombia. I can attest to this, that Colombia is truly a beautiful country. So to say es verdad que, you are certain. It is a certain expression. And then you do not use the subjunctive. You guys have seen this in our chapter 3 test, and then on chapter 3.1 quiz, we had different expressions of the subjunctive and then expressions of certainty. And you guys had the job of studying to determine the difference between the two. You guys know this. So, es obvio que mi clase de Español 2 es el mejor que yo tengo. So it is obvious that my Spanish 2 class is the best that I have. Es. Because it's obvious. It's a fact. No hay duda de que mis estudiantes de Español 2 pueden hablar español. There's no doubt that my Spanish 2 students can speak Spanish. Pueden. There's that present indicative tense. This is Spanish 1A. You guys are killing it. Here are more examples of the indicative or subjunctive. So you want to look at more examples here. You're welcome to pause this video once it's downloaded on my school app and just stare at this and download it to your brain. So in affirmative sentences, the verb creer expresses belief or certainty. So it's followed by the present tense indicative. In negative sentences, obviously, if you say, I don't believe, no creo que, then you use the subjunctive. You're back to the subjunctive. 2 expressions that you might have seen before. I'm going to go over this in 10 seconds. Quizás and tal vez are just things that mean that perhaps, or maybe it will, perhaps it will be, because there's doubt. Like you're saying, oh, tal vez veamos la luna esta noche. Maybe, perhaps we will see the moon tonight. Tal vez mi clase de español sea lo mejor. Maybe my Spanish class is the best. I don't know. We'll see. So let's do a couple from your warm-up for week number 1. So like number 2, es cierto que él. It is certain that he, I am so certain that he blanks a lot. He eats a lot. So if you're certain of it, what do? Que él come. Regular present tense. Wow. Difficult. The number 3 for your warm-up for Monday. Es imposible que ellos. It is impossible that they. What do we put here? Salgan. Why are we putting salgan? It is impossible that. It is an expression of denial or disbelief. Es imposible. It's impossible. Right here. I was looking for it. Sorry. Es imposible. It's impossible. Throw that in there. Es imposible que ellos salgan. It's impossible that they go out during the quarantine. Durante el quarantine. Okay, número 4. Es improbable. Or sorry, es probable. It is probable that you guys, so you guys will probably, let's see, if you're thinking, what is this? Is es probable a expression of certainty or denial? It's probable or it is not probable. Es probable que ustedes ganen. Subjunctive, because there is some uncertainty there. There is some doubt. It's probable.